Hello guys, it is the end of January and so that means it is time for another roundups. I have decided to start adding non-beauty items to roundups, one apparel item, and we also have some books, podcasts, and articles that I've read that I just wanted to share with you guys. So let's get started. These gloves, these are the Isotoner women's Chanel gloves, and I bought these from Target. I think they were like $12 or so. I was in need of new gloves because I keep on losing them I just keep on losing them. I did not expect these to be as warm as they are. There's a double layer in here, so like if I do this, there's another glove inside this glove. It is so warm. What a great find. The only thing that they aren't great for is they don't have that tech thing where you can still use your phone. The first thing that we're going to start off with is this LA Girl Line Art Matte Eyeliner in pure white. My issue with this liner is that after it dries down, it's really heavy on your eyelids. It's quite uncomfortable after a while because every time you blink your eyes, your eyelids just feel super heavy. Not what I'm looking for in an eyeliner, so hard pass. The next one is this Moteliner Brown Black. I bought this when I was in Taiwan. This baby unfortunately dried up on me. I love this guy so much. The next time I see this brand in this color, I'm going to repurchase this. Glossier Super Glow Serum. Now this one was the orange one, and I bought all the serums in a set, and I gave one to one of my friends, and she loves the one that I gave her. I can't remember which one it is. I believe I gave her Super Bounce, maybe? Super Glow is supposed to brighten and energize dull, tired skin. It has vitamin C and magnesium in it. I just don't know how I feel about the serum. I didn't think that it gave me any extra boost or anything like that. But it might be one of those products where you use it and you're like, yeah, like it's good. But then after you stop using it and you try something else, you're like, oh my god, my skin misses that. So I will let you guys know if this is one of those kind of products. So far, I'm just like, eh. This one my sister gave me for Christmas. This is the Misha Time Revolution, the First Treatment Essence. My sister was like, this is a dupe for one of the SK-II products, and SK-II is a great brand. I've never used it. I really want to. I was just as excited to use this. I haven't actually used Essence in a very, very long time. After I finished my raw sauce, I only started using serum. Because of this baby, I started putting Essence back into my routine. I love it. It definitely makes my skin feel so rejuvenated and hydrated. This has 90% Himalaya purple barley and fermented gemule yeast. And what that's supposed to do is to recover skin balance and basic ability of skin by raising skin moisture from deep inside the skin. Some of the effects are moisturizing, firming, density improvement, removing dead skin cells, and improving skin tone. And I would say it definitely has done that. Before I started using this product, I had a lot more red patches around my cheeks, and now I've only used it for, well, almost a month now. And I just feel like it's so much better. Right now, my skin is all bare, so this is what it looks like. Next ones I want to talk about are these Colourpop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick. And I want to say, avoid these babies. They dry out so bad. It hurts to wear these guys after 3 minutes when the product has dried on your lips. If you watch that CVS video where I bought a bunch of makeup and I came back and I just applied it all over my face, I actually tried this product on to test with something else. Oh my god, the most painful shit ever. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Last beauty item is this It Confidence in a Cream Transforming Moisturizing Super Cream. At the beginning of this month when I came back, I was like, my skin is super dry. It's not like I was having dry patches on this cheek and this cheek. And Annie reminded me that I bought this It Confidence in a Cream. So I put this on one night and my hydration issues were gone. Completely gone. It firms, it rejuvenates your skin, it also tightens your pores. It's wonderful. I love you. Trevor Noah's book called Born a Crime, Stories from a South African Childhood. I actually did not read it. I listened to it on Audible. Trevor Noah is the one who reads his own book, and it's beautiful. That man's accent is so gorgeous. When I hear him speak, I hear him just hovering over my sound system in my car and is just smiling at me with his dimples. He's so adorable. His childhood is insane. Like, I could have never imagined that that is somebody's childhood. Annie and I actually both read this book, and we're going to have a blog post about it in this upcoming week. I will link our blog website in the description box below. Please go check it out. The next one is from the podcast This American Life, called I Thought It Would Be Easier. The tagline says, "A year into Trump's presidency, stories of politicians of both parties unable to accomplish tasks that seem pretty straightforward." On the Republican side, it's the issue of immigration. That story was very interesting because you learned a lot about the immigrant court, how they handled the cases, how it's just much more inefficient than what you would imagine. It made me sad that we're just failing other human beings. We open our arms to them and say, hey, you can come here and you can give your side of the story in court, but we're failing them. And then on the Democratic side, the story was like, how come there is no singular message that all the Democrats can stand behind? There are people that in this country that aren't Republicans, but just because you're not a Republican, that doesn't make you a Democrat. A lot of the times we say that we're independent, and that's because the Democratic Party has not found that one unified message that could unite people with. I just found this episode really interesting because the listeners are looking behind the scenes of the politics, and not just what is the latest thing that Trump is doing or saying. That's the entertaining part, but it's not the part that we should really be focusing on. I have one more podcast episode that I want to recommend, and this is from Freakonomics. It is called What Does a CEO Actually Do? And Freakonomics is doing a series called The Secret Life of CEOs, and I've always been curious about what does a CEO do? What does he spend his time on, his or her time on? Does a CEO actually really matter to a company? And the first episode, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm excited to listen to the rest of the series. Both of those podcast links are down below. And the last thing that I want to mention is if you have ever experienced one of my sneezes before, my sneezes are terrifying. They ricochet, they echo, and I remember growing up, everybody would just be like, Juliet, you need to try to hold in your sneeze, like be a little more ladylike, please. Well, this article is titled, "Man Ruptures His Throat by Stifling a Big Sneeze, Prompting Doctor's Warning." So this guy, he tried to suppress the full force of his sneeze and literally ruptured his throat. The air that sneeze would have blasted forth instead made its way back into his soft tissue as tiny bubbles. When he left the hospital, the doctor's advice was to avoid obstructing both nostrils while sneezing. Did you guys know that we actually blow out sneezes at 40 miles per hour? The discharge can go 20 feet. The moral of the story is, halting sneeze via blocking nostrils and mouth is a dangerous maneuver and should be avoided. So, I remember back in freshman year of college, everybody who's been in a class with me, they knew how bad my sneeze was, but we had to take the finals in a large auditorium, and I sneezed, and everybody who was ever in my class, they started laughing because they knew it was my sneeze, and I felt so embarrassed. One time in high school, I was part of orchestra, and we had music camp. Band was on one side and the orchestra was on the other. They always thought it was fun to have the orchestra kids learn drills, like, left hut, right hut. I don't remember it anymore. Anyways, I was doing it one time and I had a really bad sneeze, and the sneeze propelled me forward, and drum major Brandon Park was like, "Excuse me, your sneeze is not that strong, okay? Please stop being a drama queen." And I'm like, you don't know what my sneezes are like. You try to sneeze like I do, alright? That is the end of all my January roundups. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. My name is Juliet. With a nugget of chua.